Hey guys! Welcome to another episode of Bedtime Stories with me. Today, I want to tell you a story about the two wolves. So once upon a time, there was a young grandson who went over to the grandpa complaining and crying because he couldn't get what he wanted. So as he was moaning and complaining about not getting a toy, and that was his deepest desire, and he's very angry, and the grandfather decided that this is a moment to tell the grandchild about the two wolves. So he sat the little grandchild down and explained to the grandchild to say that, do you know that inside all of us, there are two wolves that is constantly in battle. One of the wolves is a ferocious, fierce wolf, and that first wolf is one that is very cunning, one that is evil, has full of regret, sorrow, envy, have a lot of self-pity, is very arrogant, very vain, and is not a very nice wolf. And the second wolf is the complete opposite. The second wolf is one that is comforting, that is empathetic, that is kind, that is friendly, full of joy and full of compassion. But constantly these two wolves are at war. They are always fighting with each other. So the young grandchild was very curious and said that, so I have these two wolves inside me? And the grandpa said, yes, you are no different from any other human being. You have these two wolves inside you, and they're constantly battling as well. Then the grandchild asked, so which of the wolves are the ones who would win? So then the grandpa said wisely to say, which of these wolves wins depends on you, because you are the one that feed the wolves. If you are constantly feeding the wolf that is angry and vain and arrogant and frustrated and unkind, then that wolf will grow bigger and bigger. But if you constantly feed the other wolf, the one that is kind, empathetic, friendly and joyful, then that wolf will be the stronger one and will be constantly winning every battle. So then the grandchild nodded and pondered to say he understood the story, and he understood that he is battling now with his own desire to get something and how he needs to control his anger when he didn't get something that he wants. So the moral of the story, my friends, while this is a lesson for us to teach our child, it is difficult to just tell the child, don't get angry, or it's okay not to get what you want, stop crying. It's sometimes difficult to instruct children. So perhaps I will invite you to share this story with your young children instead, to tell them why we have different desires in our heart, and why sometimes we have to control the battle that is going on in our heart, and also be very mindful which wolves we are feeding. Sometimes even adults are still struggling with that. We struggle with temptation, with greed, and some people become dishonest, and that's when corruption happens. So all this is because we are not aware of the battles of these two wolves that's going on inside us. When we are more aware that all this temptation is the first wolf, the more negative wolf that is trying to dominate over the good wolf, then we will realize that it's time to support the good wolf, and it's time to feed that good wolf. And if we do this often enough, then the wolf that is constantly positive and constantly supportive and joyful will be winning most of the battle. Then hopefully we will struggle less in future in the other battles. As always, we will end an episode of Bedtime Stories with me with a reflection exercise of gratitude. So think about a moment today that made you feel truly grateful, and think about the people surrounding that moment. It could be your family, it could be your friends, it could also be your pets. And then just silently say thanks, because for all the things that have gone wrong today, perhaps there were things who have gone really wrong today, but you'll always have this one moment to be grateful for. There's always something we can find to be grateful for each and every day, no matter how small they will be. So I'll leave you at that thought. So I'll see you tomorrow in another episode of Bedtime Stories with me. Bye-bye.